I want to talk about a positive to having dark moments, because whenever I went through my dark time, whenever I was in New York, and I've had a handful of these, but I mean, and just speaking candidly, I think both of you know about this, but I was someone who did have suicidal thoughts. And for me personally, I mean, it's hard to admit it, but it's a reality. And it's something that I know I'm not the only one who's ever had feelings like that. And so for me to be open about it, it's hard to be vulnerable because it, you know, it is what it is, but it also is what it is. And this is a chance to really help someone else feel seen and heard on this topic. And so whenever I was in New York, I was just in this place where I was at the end of my rope. And I remember journaling.
This is when you were living in New York,
Yeah,
right?
I was living in New York.
Okay.
And I was trying anything and everything to feel something. And I was sick of having no direction. I was sick of things not working out for me, sick of just so many things. And I also struggled with being like a little bit of a perfectionist, where I feel like in growing up, I always did the right thing. Even though I wasn't a Christian, I didn't curse, I didn't sleep around, I didn't drink, I didn't do all this stuff. I was like a good kid, you know, like got good grades, did well in sports and all that stuff. But, and then whenever people in your community tell you like, hey, wow, you're such a good kid. For me, I carried that to where I almost had to stay that person. And I wouldn't allow myself to, I don't want to say explore, because that's such a fancy word nowadays for people who just want to do weird stuff, right? But for me, that badge of honor quickly became like a hood that just kept me suffocating underneath the weight of trying to be this perfect human being. And it took such a toll that as my life started to unravel and my image of myself was tarnished, I just got so low. But what's cool is when I got to the end of my rope and I had my strength stripped away, I had my hope stripped away, I had my pride stripped away, I had everything stripped away from me, I got to sit there and feel the unconditional love of God. And that, I remember crying on my pillow in New York in a small apartment on 92nd Street and just sitting there and just saying, God, I wish that this pillow was your chest. I'm so defeated, I'm so lost, and I'm so sad. And I just wish that you would comfort me right now. And I did. I woke up the next day and that continued for several months. And I just remember,
are you gonna make me cry?
Yeah, it was also some of the sweetest moments of my life too, because whenever someone loves you for someone you think you are, that's one thing. But whenever someone loves you for who you really are, all the crap, all the bad stuff, that's just special, because it's no longer like I don't want to say a fake love, but it's no longer me pretending to be someone to get affirmation or acceptance from people. It just is. It's God saying, hey, I love you even with these thoughts. I love you even with these imperfections. And that's kind of a little positive side of it, where I don't want to say I'm thankful I went through it, but I am thankful I went through it.
Dude, I'm thankful I went through it. Like, especially as a creative too, like you tend to make really deep, thought-provoking. Some of your best art comes from really crappy seasons, which sucks, but what you learn and what you're able to do on the other side of it, and the way you're able to encourage people and other people benefiting from your difficult season. It's weird. It's so weird, but it is a blessing that comes out of those types of things. Thank you guys so much for watching this clip. We appreciate it so much. And if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel, that would help out so much. And if you want to listen to the full podcasts, just head over to the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.